This weekend, hundreds will lace up their sneakers and climb nearly 1,500 steps at Bank of America Stadium, all to honor fallen first responders.
It's part of the 8th annual Tunnel to Towers Charlotte Climb, a powerful event rooted in remembrance and in service. Join us now to talk about it, CMPD Deputy Chief Zeru Chickoree. Deputy Chief, thanks for coming on. That's a lot of steps. That's a lot of work. But I know, all joking aside, it's important work for folks who've never taken part, or for folks who have not been a part of it. Explain what this is all about.
So obviously the tragic events of September 11th, which has forever impacted the country. This is where the Tunnel to Towers event came out of, as the guy who organized it, Frank Seiler, had lost his brother, who was a NYFD fireman. And for this year, it has special meaning for us because of the April 29th tragedy, which happened last year, where we lost 4 law enforcement officers, and 4 others were shot. A couple others were critically injured, who had really catastrophic injuries as a result of it. This has special bearing for the city of Charlotte, which is our home and where this event took place. But we were very fortunate. Each year we had hosted the Tunnel to Towers stair climb, and where it took place in Uptown at one of the high-rise buildings. But this year, through a generous donation through the Tepper Foundation, we were able to actually hold it in Bank of America Stadium, particularly for the involvement of our local community, because it didn't just affect the law enforcement community, it affected the whole city, yourselves included, people that live here and depend on law enforcement for public safety.
So this is going to be obviously on a larger scale, being at Bank of America Stadium. What should people who are maybe first-timers expect if this is their first time participating? Well,
they should expect a really good time. This event, even though it's in remembrance of a tragedy, it's really about triumph. It's about coming together as a community as a whole and supporting our law enforcement officers and other first responders. But more importantly, the Tunnel to Towers of the company, the organization, really helped and stepped up to pay off the mortgages of the widows of that event and some prior widows that we had here, or widower, particularly with Mia Goodwin. It's been a really we wanted to have an event that was tied to the first responder community, but to host it in a place where all of the community could come out and be a part of it and kind of celebrate by moving forward with something that was positive. There's nothing more fun than actually doing some physical activities. You can bring your families out. You can, I know it's a lot of steps to have to climb, but it's really about remembrance as well. And as people take the time to climb each step, obviously we want to keep those that were lost in our thoughts and prayers, but certainly to honor their memory as we move forward as a community.
You just mentioned Mia Goodwin. You also mentioned the 4 officers from last year, almost a year to the date of this event. How should people expect that you all will be remembering some of your specific CMPD officers?
Well, certainly at the opening ceremony, it's going to be, solemn. It's going to be, obviously a more formal period of time, as we have some of the speakers come up. Our Chief of Police, who will be speaking, and I know the U.S. Marshal Service Acting Director will be here. Mark Patella will be here. The Mayor will be there, City Manager. I believe Mr. Tepper will be there also. I mean, it's really, I want people to understand that even though the beginning of the ceremony might seem solemn, the rest of it is about, coming together and celebrating the life of those that were given in service, and certainly showing the community support means so much to us. Like for the first responder community, I've lived here in Charlotte since 1982. I grew up here. My brother was a police officer who retired from CMPD. My dad was a customs officer. We do public service as a way of living, and a lot of these public servants do that now. It's great to show community support for us because we are part of what the community represents. We live here, we raise our children here, and we believe in the safety of this community, no matter what it looks like. And sometimes service looks like sacrifice.
And part of serving our community and being first responders, you mentioned the physical fitness of it all. Again, 1,500 steps.
Yes.
So people should be at least somewhat physically fit, and think about what the physicality of this includes to participate.
Yes, so, well, we want you to know you don't have to run the steps. You can actually walk it.
Good to know.
We did make, there are going to be a couple lanes open, so if you want to sign up, I encourage people to go to the Tunnel to Towers Charlotte Stair Climb, sign up for the race, support the organization, support us. But yes, the event that day is going to be quite fun. You can walk it at your own pace. If you're an athlete like you two, you guys can actually probably run it.
Don't be so certain.
Lots of activities for the kids on the field. It's going to be a great field day. They'll have bounce houses set up for the kids and a lot of vendors that are going to be on the field. And of course, being inside Bank of America Stadium is just an experience itself. So it'll be great for folks to come out and just kind of experience that and also show support.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. What would you say to folks, because this is open to the public, correct?
It is. They have to sign up and actually, I mean, obviously, you know, we want folks to sign up for it because the Tunnel to Towers is being supported by this event. And so you can go sign up, and I think you can also sign up just as a spectator and come to the event. And they want to have some accountability for that.
Gotcha.
Wonderful. And so they actually go through the tunnel with the Panthers players. That's where it ends.
How cool
You
is that?
actually
You
go
can
through the
actually
tunnel.
run out of the Panthers' head the same way the players do. So it's going to be pretty exciting. You run out onto the field at the conclusion of the stair climb, and it's really you get to work your way in through some areas that you may not normally have access to, you know, as a civilian or even, you know, a public service employee. So it's really a lot of fun. It's going to be a great experience for the community and for us too as well.
So what are the details? What do people need to know? Where can they register? That sort of thing.
So great. We want them to go to the Tunnel to Towers Charlotte Stair Climb. I guess it's maybe tunneltotowers.org, and then make sure you do the Charlotte Stair Climb because they have others across the country. I know for right now you still get if you're a law enforcement or first responder, you have a discounted rate. For the public, you have a general rate. Then I know for teenagers, if they're planning on running the event, it's a very discounted rate. And if you have little ones, it's also even further discounted. So just check those out and those details out and show up. If you want to be there for the opening ceremony, which I encourage people to do, be there by 0900.
Okay.
But the event rolls through about midday, so you have plenty of time to get done. And like I said, if you want to take your time and walk, you know, by all means, we encourage that too.
Good to know that's an option.
That's right. That's
1,500 steps. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Deputy Chief, thank you so much for joining us.
You're very welcome. Thank you too.
A really important event for our community, and I know for our law enforcement officers, and even if it is a bit physically taxing, all 1,500 steps.
No, definitely. Thank you guys for everything you do for Charlotte.
Oh, absolutely.
It's
our pleasure. A reminder, Tunnel to Towers, Charlotte Climb, happening this Sunday. Bank of America Stadium, first time happening there. Going to be a big event. Starts at 9 a.m., open to all ages, and you can register online or sign up in person the morning of the climb. Keep in mind, proceeds support families of fallen first responders and wounded veterans.